Roquefort, Valencia, the Black Forest, Sardinia. For centuries, towns and regions have given their names to culinary creations. Join me on a tour for the taste buds and discover Previously on Jason's Tasty Places, we discovered the New World origins of the Roma tomato in the Old World city of Rome. Now we're heading to the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, the food bowl of the north. Staying in a house full of vintage Italian clothes with our Aussie friend Bella, we had 3 days of exploration throughout northern Italy's tastiest places. Here we have 3 great cities in a row on a 100-kilometre stretch of flat plain, each with great foods to their names. This episode, we'll be exploring Parma, home of the famous prosciutto, Parma ham, and the even more famous Parmigiano Reggiano, known around the world as Parmesan cheese. It's also home to homophobic pasta maker Barilla, whose CEO famously said that gays should eat any other brand. Little does he realise we don't often eat pasta because bodies like these aren't made from carbs, no matter what Sophia Loren says. Oozing with Renaissance charm and cobblestone streets, Parma is a splendid city to walk around, even on a rainy day. Widely regarded as one of the finest places in Italy to eat, Parma has built its wealth on the stomachs of the people. UNESCO has even declared it a creative city for gastronomy, the first town in Italy to receive this honourable title. I dropped into one of Parma's many dine-in delicatessens to try out the 2-star attractions. Well, SALUMERIA Garibaldi is one of the greatest delis here in Parma, and I'm about to try their eggplant parmigiana. Looks pretty delicious. It's covered in parmesan and mozzarella. Make it extra. Oh wow, it's got Parma ham through it. Look at this. Oh, it's got all the great flavours of Italian food in there. The tomatoes, the veggies, the ham. It's fresh, it's delicious. I definitely recommend this one. Parma ham production has similarities to that of Jamon Iberico, which I've already covered in a previous video. Parmesan cheese, however, is a completely unique story. Here at the Hombre Organic Parmigiano Reggiano farm, just outside of Modena, the cheese is produced under the strictest regulations. 500 litres of milk go into each one of these 9,000 wheels. That's the daily milk output of 28 of these organically fed cows. It takes 22 days in brine for the wheels to become ready, and then they're aged for at least 12 months, but up to 72 in some cases. Pro tip for cheese snobs, only the finest cheese is labelled Parmigiano Reggiano, as the English name Parmesan isn't protected. Now, a lot of people don't think of Parmigiano Reggiano as something you would add to a cheese board, but one of the most popular ways to enjoy it in Italy is with a bit of balsamic vinegar. So I've got a bit of balsamic vinegar glaze here I'm going to add to these chunks. It's nice and sweet. It's got a bit of a sourness to it, and it just balances out the saltiness of the cheese really, really nicely. So join us next week when we head to Modena, the undisputed home of balsamic vinegar, and find out a little bit more about how it's produced. And in the meantime, remember, there's nothing quite as satisfying as eating local food. Enjoy.